All right, so you're ready to unpack inspiring leadership?
Oh, yeah?
We dug into two Ford's articles, The 7 Secrets of Inspiring Leaders,
Oh?
and The Secret to True Leadership, How to Inspire.
Okay.
And we even chatted with some experts to really get a feel for this topic.
Nice.
We're not just summarizing, we're giving you the good stuff, so get ready for some serious aha moments.
I love that.
What I thought was super interesting is how these articles, one's all about practical steps, and the other one's focused on this big vision thing.
Right.
They actually work together. You get the what's and the how all at once.
Totally. It's like they complement each other perfectly.
Okay, so the first secret from that 7 Secrets article,
Oh, okay.
they hit us with this idea of igniting enthusiasm. And they use Sue Orman as an example.
Okay.
She's all about financial advice, but you can tell she's so passionate about it. And that's what really pulls people in.
Yeah, it's not just about the topic itself. It's about that genuine excitement the leader brings to it.
You can't fake that energy. It's got to be real.
Exactly. And think about Steve Jobs. He wasn't just obsessed with technology. He was passionate about how it could unleash creativity in others. That's the kind of passion that's contagious.
And it makes people want to follow you because they can see that you truly believe in what you're doing.
Absolutely. Leaders who walk the walk and talk the talk, that's what inspires people.
Okay, so we've got the passion down.
Heck.
Next secret, navigating a course of action. This is all about having that big, bold vision that people want to be a part of.
Yes, that ambitious goal that everyone can rally behind.
Like JFK and putting a man on the moon. Remember that?
Of course. That was such a bold and exciting vision.
You gave everyone a target to aim for, something huge and almost impossible, but it brought people together.
It definitely did. And a powerful vision also needs to have that staying power.
What do you mean?
Well, think about Wendy Kopp, who founded Teach for America.
Okay.
Her initial vision to fix educational inequality, it's still driving that organization forward today, all these years later.
Wow, that's impressive.
It shows that a strong vision can really stand the test of time.
So you've got the passion, you've got the vision.
We're on a roll.
But how do you actually get people on board? How do you turn that vision into a reality?
That's the million-dollar question.
And secret number 3 gets down to the nitty-gritty. It's about selling the benefit.
The what's in it for me factor.
Exactly. What's in it for the team?
Right. Because people are more likely to get behind something if they see how it benefits them personally.
Makes sense.
So the article gave this great example of a CEO who wanted to double his company's stock price.
Ambitious.
Very. But he didn't just focus on the numbers. He constantly emphasized what it meant for his employees.
Like what?
Things like job security, better work-life balance, even more daycare options for working parents.
Smart.
Right. He took this big abstract goal and made it real for his team by showing them the tangible benefits.
He connected their individual needs with the bigger picture.
Exactly. And that's key for getting everyone on board and excited about the journey.
Okay, so we're connecting individual needs to the bigger picture.
Yes.
But sometimes that bigger picture can be a little, abstract.
For sure.
And that's where secret number 4 comes in. Paint a picture.
I love this one.
Me too. Forget all those dry facts and figures. Our brains are wired for stories.
Absolutely. A good story can make even the most complex ideas relatable and engaging.
The article actually talked about an energy company executive who started incorporating personal stories into his presentations.
Interesting. What kind of stories?
Like moving stories that connected with people on an emotional level.
That's brilliant.
Right. Suddenly, it wasn't just about profits and projections. It was about the human impact of their work.
It's amazing how storytelling can add that extra layer of meaning.
It helps people connect with the why behind the work.
And that's powerful because when people are emotionally invested, they're more likely to go above and beyond.
It's like those campfire stories we used to hear as kids.
Totally. We're hardwired to connect with stories.
Speaking of connecting, secret number 5 is all about inviting participation.
So it's not just about the leader sharing their vision. It's about making everyone feel like they're a part of it.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Leadership becomes less about top-down directives and more about shared ownership.
I like that.
And they had a great example in the article. They talked about Google VP Marissa Mayer.
Okay.
She holds these open office hours where anyone can pitch ideas directly to her.
Wow, that's awesome.
Right. It's about making everyone feel valued and heard.
It creates a sense of community and belonging.
And it shows that everyone's contribution matters.
Which ties back to that idea of building a shared vision.
Right. When people feel like they're a part of something bigger, they're more invested in the outcome.
And they're more likely to work together to achieve it.
Okay, so we've got the passion, the vision, Everyone's on board and feeling good.
Awesome.
But what happens when things get tough? What happens when there are setbacks and challenges?
That's when the real test of leadership comes in.
And that's where secret number 6 comes in.
Oh.
Reinforce optimism.
So important, especially during those difficult times.
It's all about having that positive outlook, even when things are looking bleak.
It's about seeing the opportunity in the obstacle.
The article quoted Colin Powell, and he said, "Optimism is a force multiplier."
I love that quote.
Me too. It's not about ignoring the difficulties. It's about focusing on what's possible.
It's about believing in yourself, believing in your team, and believing that you can overcome any challenge.
It's that unwavering belief that can inspire others to keep going, even when things are tough.
It's about radiating that positive energy even when you don't necessarily feel it.
And finally, secret number 7, encouraging potential.
Okay, this one's all about nurturing growth and development.
Exactly. It's about going beyond just tasks and output and really caring about the whole person.
It's about investing in your team's well-being and helping them reach their full potential.
And they use Zappos as an example. There's this amazing culture where employees are encouraged to grow and learn.
Yeah, I've heard great things about Zappos. What do they do specifically?
Well, they have a goal coach who helps employees with anything,
Anything.
even step outside of work, like learning to play guitar or writing a book.
Wow, that's incredible.
It's about showing employees that you value them as people, not just as workers.
And that creates a culture of trust and support where people feel comfortable being themselves and pursuing their passions.
Okay, so we've covered the 7 secrets from that first article.
They're all so valuable.
But I want to bring in that second article now, The Secret to True Leadership.
The one that really emphasized the vision aspect?
Exactly. It really hammered home the importance of creating and communicating a vision.
So how do you think that ties into these 7 secrets we just talked about?
That's a good question.
It seems like those secrets are all about the how of leadership.
Right. Like the practical steps you can take to become a more inspiring leader.
But the vision is the why.
I see what you mean.
It's the ultimate destination, the North Star that guides your efforts.
And those 7 secrets are the tools you use to get there.
Exactly. You need both the why and the how to truly inspire.
So it's like having a destination and a map to get there.
Precisely. But even with the best map, you still need to know how to drive.
And that's what these secrets provide. The skills to navigate the journey of leadership.
You got it.
But here's the thing. Even with the best map and the best driving skills, you're not going to get anywhere if you don't actually hit the road.
Right. You have to take action. You have to put that vision into motion.
And that's what we're going to talk about next. How to actually turn that inspiring vision into a reality.
I can't wait. Let's dive in.
Okay, so we've got this amazing vision, right?
Yeah.
We've communicated it brilliantly.
Yes.
Got everyone excited and on board.
They're ready.
Now wait.
Now it's time to make it happen, to turn that vision into a reality.
That's always the tricky part.
It can be. But luckily, the second Forbes article we looked at, The Secret to True Leadership, How to Inspire, gives us some really great guidance on this.
Oh, perfect. Let's hear it.
So they talk about this idea of building a strategy that bridges the gap between your vision and reality.
Okay, so it's like building a bridge.
Exactly. You've got your vision on one side and reality on the other, and you need to connect them.
And that bridge is your strategy.
Precisely. And the first step they emphasize is breaking down that big vision into smaller, more manageable steps.
That makes sense. It's less overwhelming that way.
It is. It's like creating a roadmap with clear milestones and deadlines.
Oh, instead of one giant leap, it's a series of smaller steps.
Exactly. And as you're mapping out those steps, it's crucial to remember that idea of shared ownership that we talked about earlier.
Oh, right. Get everyone involved.
Yes. Don't just dictate the plan from on high. Involve your team in the strategy building process.
It makes them feel like they're a part of something bigger.
And it gives them a sense of ownership over the project.
Which makes them more likely to be invested in its success.
Absolutely. And once you've got the plan in place, it's time to move into the implementation phase.
Okay, time to put those plans into action.
And this is where it's so important to empower your team.
How so?
Well, you need to give them the support and resources they need to execute the strategy effectively.
But also the freedom to make decisions and take ownership.
Precisely. You don't want to micromanage every little detail.
That can be stifling.
It can, and it undermines their sense of autonomy.
So it's about finding that balance between guidance and freedom.
Exactly. You need to be present and involved, but also give people the space to grow and learn.
It's about trusting your team.
And empowering them to do their best work.
I think this all ties back to that fundamental difference between management and leadership that both articles highlight.
Oh, yeah, that's a key distinction.
It's about inspiring action, not just obedience.
A manager might tell you what to do, but a leader makes you want to do it.
And that comes from creating that sense of shared purpose, that sense of excitement about what you're building together.
Absolutely. When people are genuinely excited about the work they're doing, they're more likely to go above and beyond.
And that's how you achieve truly extraordinary results.
It's about unlocking the potential within your team.
So it's about the journey as much as the destination.
Absolutely. And about fostering growth and development along the way.
You know, this reminds me of something.
What's that?
This idea of inspiring leadership, it doesn't just apply to the workplace, does it?
Oh, you're so right. It applies to any area of life.
Like leading a community group or even raising a family.
Exactly. It's about inspiring and motivating people to work towards a common goal.
So these principles, these secrets, they can be applied in all sorts of situations.
Absolutely. It's not just about having a fancy title. It's about a way of being.
It's about influencing positive change in the world.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And it all starts with that spark of inspiration.
That's the magic ingredient.
And it's something that we all have the potential to cultivate within ourselves.
Okay, I'm ready for the next big idea. What else did these articles have to say about leadership?
Well, there's this one point that really resonated with me.
Okay, tell me more.
It was about letting go of control.
Letting go of control as a leader.
Yes. It sounds counterintuitive, I know. But the article argued that true leadership isn't about wielding power or micromanaging every detail.
So it's not about being the boss.
Right. It's about inspiring others to believe in the vision so deeply that they willingly commit to making it a reality.
So it's more about influence than authority.
Exactly. It's about creating a shared sense of purpose that draws people in, not forcing them to follow you.
Makes sense. So instead of giving orders, you're creating an environment where people are excited to contribute.
Precisely. And that's when you know you've become a truly inspiring leader.
How can you tell?
Well, the article said that when people start acting on your vision without you even asking, that's a sign that you've truly inspired them.
Wow, so it's like your vision has taken root and is growing organically.
Exactly. It's about creating a movement, not just managing a team.
That's powerful stuff.
It is. And it all goes back to that spark of inspiration that we were talking about earlier.
That's the foundation of it all.
It's what fuels the fire of leadership.
Okay, so we've talked about the importance of vision, strategy, and empowerment. But I think there's one more crucial aspect of inspiring leadership that we need to address.
Oh, what's that?
It's something that both articles touched on, but I think it deserves a little more attention. It's the idea that inspiring leadership isn't just about what you do. It's also about who you are.
Ah, I see where you're going with this. It's about those inner qualities that make someone a truly inspiring leader.
Exactly. Things like integrity, empathy,
Authenticity.
and a genuine passion for what they do.
Yes, all of those things. But I think there's one quality that's especially important.
Okay, I'm listening.
Self-awareness.
Ah, yes, that's a big one.
Because how can you inspire others if you don't even understand yourself?
It's so true. Self-awareness is crucial for effective leadership.
It's like trying to lead others through a forest when you don't even know where you're going yourself.
You'll just end up getting everyone lost.
Exactly. So self-awareness is like that compass that helps you navigate the complexities of leadership. It helps you understand your strengths and weaknesses, your values and motivations.
And how you impact others.
It allows you to make conscious choices about how you show up as a leader.
And to be more intentional about the kind of impact you're creating.
But it's not just about knowing yourself. It's also about being open to feedback and willing to learn and grow.
Inspiring leaders are always striving to become better versions of themselves.
Because leadership is a journey, not a destination.
And that journey requires humility.
The ability to admit when you're wrong, to seek out different perspectives, and to learn from your mistakes.
Because nobody has all the answers.
And the best leaders are those who are willing to ask for help, to surround themselves with talented people, and to empower others to contribute their unique skills and ideas.
It's about creating a culture of collaboration and mutual respect.
Where everyone feels valued and supported.
And that brings us back to the heart of inspiring leadership. It's not about power or control. It's about empowering others to achieve great things together.
It's about creating a shared vision that ignites passion and purpose, and then giving people the tools and support they need to make that vision a reality.
And it all starts with that spark of inspiration.
That spark that can change the world, one person, one team, one organization at a time.
Beautiful. I think we've covered just about everything there is to know about inspiring leadership.
Or at least everything we can fit into this deep dive.
Right. But before we wrap things up,
Mm.
I think it's important to acknowledge something.
What's that?
Inspiring leadership isn't always easy.
Definitely not. There will be challenges.
Setbacks, moments of doubt.
It's all part of the journey.
And what separates the truly inspiring leaders from the rest is their resilience
Their ability to bounce back from adversity.
and their unwavering commitment to their vision.
They don't let setbacks define them.
They use them as opportunities to learn and grow.
And they know that they can't do it alone.
They build strong relationships with mentors, peers, team members.
People who provide support and guidance along the way.
Because leadership is a team sport.
And the best leaders are those who know how to inspire and empower their team to achieve greatness together.
So if you're feeling inspired to step into a leadership role or to simply become a more inspiring person in your own life, remember this.
What's that?
It's a journey.
Not a destination.
Embrace the challenges. Celebrate the victories.
And never stop learning and growing.
Because the world needs more inspiring leaders now, more than ever.
You can be one of them.
Okay. I think it's time to give our listeners a moment to process all of this.
Yeah, let them reflect on what resonated with them.
We've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have.
But when we come back, we'll wrap it all up with some key takeaways that you can start using in your own life today. All right, so we've really gotten into the nitty-gritty of inspiring leadership, right?
We've covered a lot of ground.
Those 7 secrets, crafting a vision, empowering your team.
Right.
We even talked about those personal qualities that make a leader really stand out.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, okay, what are some things our listener can actually use in their own life?
That's the goal, right? To give people some actionable takeaways.
Exactly. So what would you say are some of the most important things people can start doing today to be more inspiring?
Well, there's so much to choose from, but I think one of the biggest takeaways is this leadership isn't a title.
Oh, I like that.
It's a choice.
It's a choice.
You make every single day, in every interaction.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter if you're officially the leader or not.
Right.
You can choose to be an inspiring presence in any situation.
So how can people actually do that? What does that look like in real life?
Well, one thing that really stuck with me from those Forbes articles
Yeah.
was the power of connecting with people on an emotional level.
Oh, yeah, like that energy company executive.
Exactly. He started using personal stories.
Right.
And suddenly his message was so much more relatable.
It wasn't just about numbers and data anymore.
Right. It was about human connection.
Because stories, they have this way of getting past our defenses.
And they sneak right into our hearts.
And they help us understand things on a deeper level.
And when you can connect with people on that emotional level,
Yeah.
that's when you can really start to inspire them.
It's about being vulnerable and authentic.
Showing people the real you.
And letting them see that you're human, too.
Because we all have struggles and triumphs.
Sharing those experiences.
That's what builds trust.
And creates those strong connections that are so essential for leadership.
Absolutely.
But it's not just about talking the talk, right?
Definitely not. You have to walk the walk, too.
It's about taking action.
Putting those inspiring ideas into practice.
Because it's not enough to just dream about making a difference.
You have to actually go out and do something.
And it doesn't have to be some huge grand gesture.
Right. It can start with small steps.
Small, consistent actions that move you closer to your goals.
And when you take action,
Yeah.
you inspire others to do the same.
It's contagious.
Exactly. And remember that idea of shared ownership?
Oh, right.
It's not about being the hero who does everything themselves.
Yeah.
It's about empowering others to contribute.
So inspiring leadership is a blend of vision, action, and connection.
That's a great way to put it.
It's about having a clear sense of purpose,
Yes.
taking those concrete steps,
To make it happen.
and bringing people along with you on the journey.
And it's important to remember that it's a journey
Oh, yeah.
filled with ups and downs.
Twists and turns.
But it's a journey worth taking.
Because the world needs more inspiring leaders.
Now more than ever.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Mm.
I want to leave our listener with one final thought.
Okay, ready.
Leadership is not about perfection.
Ooh. I like that.
It's about progress.
It's about constantly learning and growing.
Embracing those challenges and celebrating the victories along the way.
And never giving up on your vision.
So if you're feeling inspired to step into a leadership role or to simply be a more inspiring presence in your own life, remember this.
What's that?
You don't have to be perfect.
Just be willing to grow.
And to inspire others to grow with you.
Because that's how we create real change in the world.
One step at a time.
Until next time,